I'm here to tell you about yourself. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, scratching all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, baby.
Welcome back to the Kuhner Show on 570 WTNT, the last honest man in Washington. We're joined by Larry Sinclair. He is the author of Barack Obama and Larry Sinclair, Cocaine, Sex, Lies, and Murder. Mr. Sinclair, before we go to our jammed phone lines, let me just ask you one last question before we take in questions from the other callers.
Yes, sir.
Have you spoken to Donald Young's family after he was found dead, and what did they say to you?
I have spoken with several members of his family who have cooperated with me. There's a few of his family members who will not speak to anyone. His mother actually agrees that Donald Young's murder has something to do with Barack Obama, as do a couple of his sisters and nieces.
Let's go to John in Bethesda on line 2. John, thanks for holding. Welcome to the Kuhner Show.
Call. Mr. Sinclair, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
All right. My question is on this story, based on the truth and validity of it, would you be willing to make this bet? And I was going to say life, but if you won that, you wouldn't gain anything. So here it is. You lose. If this story is true, false, everything or almost everything you said was a lie, you lose, you die, but if you win, you get Barack Obama's $5 million he made this year. Would you be willing to make that bet that this is true?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand everything you said, but I would make any bet that it's true.
All right, so basically, basically if you lost the bet about the truth of it, if it was a lie, you would basically die, but if you won, you get $5 million. So.
In other words, Mr. Sinclair, would you stake your life on the fact that this story is true?
I have staked my life on it for the last 2.5 years, and I would today.
Let's go to Victor on line 3. Victor, welcome to the Kuhner Show.
Thanks. Larry, I don't understand why Obama gets away with everything. It seems like he's a cat with 9 lives. Slips out of one thing after another thing after another thing. People are now trying to nail the birth certificate issue on him. What makes you think you're going to be the one that nails this guy once and for all?
Well, actually, it's not my intent to nail him once and for all. I've been out there since January of 2008. I have had Joe Biden's son, issue false arrest warrants against me. I've spent more than $30,000 in legal fees. I've sued people that actually went to slander and libel me on the Internet to protect Barack Obama. I'm not saying that I'm going to be the one or that it's going to destroy him once and for all, but everybody in America needs to know what this man is before 2012 comes around.
We're talking to Larry Sinclair. He is the author of Barack Obama and Larry Sinclair, Cocaine, Sex, Lies, and Murder. 301-984-9570 is the number. If you want to ask any question of Mr. Sinclair, let's go to Scott in North Carolina on line 4. Scott, thanks for holding and welcome to the Kuhner Show. Hello, Scott? Hello, Scott? I think we lost Scott.
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead, Scott. You're on the air.
Yes, Mr. Sinclair, I wanted to ask you, you had touched on that you had talked to some of Donald Young's family.
Yes.
Do you think that any of those in the family that have agreed to talk to you, do you think they would come forward to the press, and discuss this further?
Well, actually, Donald Young's family did, in early 2008, make a statement before the Chicago media slamming the Chicago Police Department for failing to investigate his murder in an effort to protect Barack Obama. They've already done that. The family is, however, extremely petrified and scared, and I understand and I don't blame them for it, because he still has very strong connections in Chicago.
Scott, thank you for that call. Mr. Sinclair, we got about a minute left. Let me just ask you then this one final question. I think it's the mother of all questions.
Okay.
Do you think, in the end, the public is going to buy your story? Do you think, in the end, that you believe you will be vindicated?
I do believe I will be vindicated, and a good example as to why. Wayne Madsen, a reporter in the D.C. area, did not believe a word I said at a press conference on June 16th of 2008. And he even wrote a couple of articles immediately after the press conference, pretty much slamming me. And yet he recently wrote an article 3 days ago saying that he has sources in Chicago that have actually confirmed to him the allegations that I've made during the presidential campaign. So, yes, I believe I'll be vindicated.
We've been talking to Larry Sinclair. He is the author of Barack Obama and Larry Sinclair, Cocaine, Sex, Lies, and Murder. Mr. Sinclair, thank you so much for appearing on the Kuhner Show.
Thank you, Mr. Kuhner.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. My friends, I laid it out for you. It's now up to you to decide. We'll be right back.